Hey guys, so I wanted to do a really quick video because I get a comment on my social medias really regularly, and that is asking how I produce so much milk. If anyone has seen my struggles with breastfeeding video, you would know that Haven rejected the breast for multiple reasons, and I ended up having to hand express breast milk because the pump wouldn't work on me either. So just a little disclaimer, I do use a prescription medication because I had to actually give myself an oversupply of milk in order to be able to hand express enough milk for Haven's needs without getting letdowns. Now, this isn't going to make sense to you if you haven't watched my struggles with breastfeeding video, so if you haven't, please go and watch that now if you're interested at all. I will leave the link in the description below for you. So I am using a prescription medication, however, I do have an amazing supplement mixture that I do want to share with you because this has literally changed my life, and I see a difference. Even while using the prescription medication, I see a huge difference in my milk supply when I'm using this to when I'm not. Or even if I only use it once a day instead of two, I see a massive difference and dip in my supply if I use it less. So this really is like the be all and end all secret. I really feel like it's makes a huge difference to my supply, and I really hope that it can help some other mums out there who may be struggling with their supply a little bit. I would not suggest going on prescription medication unless it was an absolute last resort. Most women produce enough milk. They just think that they're underproducing, and so you know, there are things that you can do to help bump it up a little bit, and this is one of them. And you know, going on prescription medication really is a last resort, and for me it was either that or Haven would have to go on formula because there was literally no other way that I was able to give her breast milk unless I was able to hand express enough out. And so I had to, like I said before, I had to give myself an oversupply, and that's not a good thing, especially when your baby is breastfeeding. But for me, for hand expressing, because I'm able to hand express every little last drop out, it's what works for us. So please go and watch my struggles with breastfeeding video. This will help put things in perspective, why I'm actually on a medication, why I was having issues in the first place, and all of that. And now on to the supplement that I use. Okay, so this supplement actually contains 3 different ingredients, and those ingredients are Maca Gold, Blessed Thistle, which is an herb, and it just comes in capsule form, and then fennel seeds ground. Now I just grind my own fennel seeds and I just put them in an empty Blessed Thistle container, but in here are ground up fennel seeds. Fennel seeds are the key ingredient here. Blessed Thistle is really good for increasing milk supply as well, but the fennel seeds are what did it for me. I tried everything under the sun before actually going onto the medication, and I basically tried every single galactic U that you could imagine, and it wasn't until I used this combination together morning and night that I saw a massive change in my supply. And you can even use it up to 3 times a day if you're really worried and you're really stressing about your supply. So all it is I'm gonna make it for you and drink it in front of you right now. So it's a teaspoon of the Maca Gold. Now, Maca Gold, the reason I am promoting this brand specifically is because this one is the most pure. Now, this is an Australian and I think New Zealand brand. So if you are outside of Australia or New Zealand, you may not be able to get this. If you Google Maca Gold, you might be able to see if they ship internationally, I'm not sure. But otherwise, it's just really important to find a really pure maca powder. A lot of maca root powders have additives and things like that, and they're not as pure. When I was living in America, I used to buy my maca powder through rawfoodworld.com, and they have a really awesome, I think it's called the I think it's black maca root powder or something like that. And that was really pure and good as well. So if you're in the States, you have access to rawfoodworld.com. You can look at their maca powders because I do believe that they are quite pure as well. Okay, next, blessed thistles. You want 2 capsules. So I just open up the capsules. And pop them in. I'll also put links to these 2 products in the description below. The fennel seeds, you literally just need to go to a health food store or something and try and find the fennel seeds in bulk. If you can get fennel seeds already ground, great, but I just get the fennel seeds whole and then I grind them up in my Vitamix. All right, so after you've done the blessed thistle capsules, then you just want 1 teaspoon of ground fennel seeds. Then I literally just mix all of those together. You want to come on the camera? Come here. Let's put that down while you come on camera. Okay. Alright, so sometimes it really makes some clumps. So I just mix it up really well and press the clumps to the side to try and break them up. Come here. Come and say hello. You say hello? Hello. Hello, are you on the phone? Okay, sit down there while I make this.
Daddy's making noise.
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the water. Okay, so you want about a cup of water. I think I do less than a cup because I like to scull it and just get it done and over with, but obviously it's a stronger taste with the less water you have. It's not a nice taste, let's just put it that way, but the maca does help it to be a little bit more palatable. And I am actually used to it now. It doesn't actually really bother me. But when I first started using it, I was like, oh, every time I took it. So, you can drink this now. And that's it. So, I take that 2 times a day. I do that in the morning and I do that at night. And I really notice a difference. If I forget, I never forget to do it in the morning, but sometimes if I've had a really big day or I'm super exhausted, I just want an early night, it'll cross my mind, it won't cross my mind, and I'll end up going to bed, and then the next morning I've realized, oh, I didn't take it last night, and I do notice that I'm not as full in the mornings. Thank you. So it really does make a huge difference. Now, another way that you can actually increase your milk supply is hand expressing. And I hand express about 4 times a day right now to keep up with Haven's supply and demand needs. So if you haven't yet learned how to hand express efficiently, it really is a game changer, you guys. Like, I had never learned how to hand express before I had to. And one of my really good friends in New York, her name is Francie Webb, and I will leave her information in the description below. She's the one that actually introduced me to hand expressing, and she is the reason that I'm still able to give Haven breast milk. So I'm forever grateful and indebted to her because of that. And she actually holds classes, and she also does one-on-one in person or in Skype to learn how to hand express, and she's amazing at what she does. She also has a book on hand expression, so I would highly, highly recommend that if you're a breastfeeding mother, that you would learn the art of hand expressing, because it really is a complete game changer. You can remove so much more milk than what the pump will usually remove for you. When you get that initial letdown in the pump and you start, spraying out lots of milk, it starts to trickle away to the point where it's not really removing much else. Well, when you hand express, you can keep that flow going for a lot longer. And so that is the reason why I am able to obviously get out enough milk for Haven, and with the help of the supplements and the medication, obviously, I'm able to keep a really high supply. So for breastfeeding mothers, I hope this has helped you. Go out and get yourself some of this stuff and start taking this, and I promise you, you will see a difference in your milk supply. Like within a couple of days maximum, you will see a change. So I hope this has helped, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you. Mwah.